Hi everyone, and welcome to the creation of your trebuchet video. In this video, the first of a few, we're going to look at creating the basic structure for our trebuchet. So we're going to be making three parts. Right, for our first part, we're going to create the base. And to create the base, we're going to use the top plane, this one here. Okay, so we select our top plane, we go to our sketch function up in the top left corner, and we select our rectangle tool. Okay. We grab our rectangle tool. We always start our drawings from the origin point in the middle. That's that dot in the middle that highlights when we hover over it. And I'm going to drag out a rectangle of whatever size. Now, there's a slight issue here which you may experience as well, depending on how you've set up your Onshape account. I can see here that my dimensions are actually in inches, which is not what I want. I want them to be in millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and just cancel that sketch. If you're having that problem as well, go to the three little bars in the top left corner here and select workspace units. And you can see here at the top that I've got inch selected, which is no good for us. So I'm going to change that to millimeter. I'm not so worried about the rest of them for this project, so I'm just going to change that top one to millimeter and tick it off. Alright, let's try that again. So we select our top plane, go to the sketch function, select a rectangle, and we're going to drag from our origin point a rectangle of any size, doesn't matter what size. Now you'll see that over here up the top we've got a dimension there that's in a little white box. That means that that dimension is selected and we can currently type into it to change it. If you were to go and click in that box, it would actually disappear. We're conditioned to click in boxes and fill them in for most things, but in this case we don't want to click in it because it will go away. So while that box is selected, I'm going to type in the length of our base, which is 305 millimeters. I'm going to hit enter. Now if need be, you can use the scroll button on your mouse to zoom in and out, and you'll see now that it's automatically moved across to this dimension here. So again, don't click in it, and we're going to type in 68 and hit enter. Alright, we've now got a rectangle that's 305 by 68. All that's left to do for this particular part is to extrude it to 19 millimeters. So I'm happy with that sketch. I'm going to go up to my little green tick of approval and tick it off. Now for the next part, select the sketch and become very familiar with this button here, the extrude button. We use it all the time. Hit the extrude button and you'll see a little preview. Now it defaults to 25 millimeters. We need to change that to the thickness of our timber, which is 19. You can hit enter and that will update the preview. I'm happy with that, so I'm going to tick it off. Alright, now that is the base part done already. So let's move into our second part for our structure. Now to do this, we go, actually we'll rename this part first so we don't get confused. Where it says Part Studio 1 now, I'm going to right click on it, hit rename, and I'm just going to call this part base. Alright. Now that we've done that, let's hit this plus button in the bottom left corner, and we're going to create a part studio. So we're going to create a new part studio. Give it a moment to do its thing, and we're now in a new workspace. Let's go ahead and rename this part studio to Brace. B-R-A-C-E. Alright, we're now ready to draw up the sort of triangular shaped parts that will brace the vertical component of our frame. So how do we do this? Let's start first with a rectangle. So this time I'm going to draw on the front plane. So I'm going to select the front plane. And again, I'm going to go to my sketch function, rectangle, and we're repeating the process that we used before, only with some different dimensions. So I'll drag out a random rectangle, and in the highlighted box here, I'm going to type in 140. Hit enter, it snaps across to the next one, and in that one I am going to type in 68. And enter. Alright, happy with that, so we give it the green tick of approval, and we now go and select our sketch. Back to the extrude button, which I said you'd become very familiar with. Hit the extrude button, and again we're going to change our default depth from 25 to 19 and hit enter to update the preview. Happy with that, I'll tick it off. Alright, now we have to do something a little bit different to this rectangle. We have to convert it into our triangular brace. So I'm going to go up to my little orientation cube in the top right corner, and I'm going to select a front orientation, okay, which will bring it to the forefront for us. Now, if it's in the wrong spot, you can use the scroll on your mouse again and move your cursor, your arrow, so that you can get it in a position that works well for you. Alright, now looking at that, we're going to select the face that we're going to sketch on. So we're going to select that face. I'm going to tell the software that I'm going to do another sketch, like that. And this time I'm going to select my line tool, just like that. Now, what I need to do is I'm going to come to the bottom right corner. You'll see that that little circle with the box around it appears, so we know that it's snapping to the corner. And I'm going to drag a line, click, and click again. It doesn't matter what the dimension is at this stage. You can see that the dimension is within the little white box again, which means that we can just start typing. And I'm going to type in 25 and hit enter. Okay, so my line then automatically moves to 25 millimeters, and from that point we can drag our next line. Now, sometimes this software will default to a curve tool like mine is. Don't panic if that happens. All you need to do is go back to your line tool and reselect it. So now I'm going to go from the top of that 25mm line, and I'm going to go all the way up to the opposing corner and select that corner, and I'm going to close the sketch around the rectangle. Alright, I'm going to come all the way down to my bottom corner, like this, and across here to this one. Alright, that closes the sketch. I'm happy with that, and now I can tick it off. Now, this part here is actually the part that I want to remove. So I'm going to select that section, and again go to my extrude button, but this time, instead of changing our depth here, we're going to tell it that we want to, rather than add material, we want to remove material. And we're going to go to this little drop down menu here. We could say we want to remove 19mm, and that would do exactly the same thing, but so that we don't have to think about it, we're going to go to the drop down menu here, and we're going to say we want to remove the material through the entire object, through all. I'm happy with that, so we can tick that off. And there we have our second part, our brace, and we're going to use 4 of these parts in our assembly. Alright, one last part to make for this section of the trebuchet. So again, we're going to go down to a little plus button in the bottom corner, hit that, and we're going to create another part studio. Give it a moment, we're going to rename this part. So right click on Part Studio 1, rename, and we might just call this post. You can call it vertical frame, you can call it whatever you like, so long as you know which part is which. Alright, so that's our post. Alright, to create the post, I'm going to again use my front plane, select the front plane, move to our sketch button. Again, I'm going to grab a hold of the rectangle tool, make my way down to the origin point in the center of the screen, and this time we're going to drag a long skinny rectangle out and up. Okay. Again, doesn't matter what the dimensions are because we're going to input them. So down here we can see the selected dimension in the white box at the bottom. We're going to change that to 25 millimeters. Hit enter. It snaps across to our next dimension, and our next dimension is going to be 210. Hit enter. Alright, zoom out to a point where you can see the entire drawing using the scroll on your mouse. And I'm happy with that drawing, so I'm going to tick that off. Alright, now I want you to select the sketch again, and we're going to extrude it, changing the depth again to 19 millimeters. Click enter to see the preview, and tick it off to say that we're happy. Alright, and that is it for this video. So we've created 3 parts: our base, our brace, and our post. We'll carry on next time with how to start assembling those together.